What if there was a single evening meal that could turn your body into a fat-burning machine while you sleep? A meal that 99% of people trying to lose weight are getting completely wrong. They think they're being disciplined because they eat a light salad at dinner or sip on a simple broth. But that's exactly what shuts down their fat-burning engine at 7 p.m. and doesn't restart it until the next morning. That's 8 to 10 hours of wasted potential. I was one of those people for years. I was convinced that my evening plate of vegetables with low-fat dressing was the peak of healthy eating. I felt virtuous. I felt light. But the number on the scale didn't budge a single pound. The reason comes down to one small detail: a hormonal switch inside your body that almost everyone ignores. Once you understand how this switch works, you stop fighting against your body and start working with it. Stay with me here, because what I'm about to share is so straightforward and logical that you'll wonder why nobody ever told you sooner. Let's be honest for a second. How many evenings have you sat on the couch thinking, "I did great today. I'll keep dinner light tonight"? That was my routine. My typical dinner looked something like this: a big, colorful salad with tomatoes, cucumbers, and bell peppers. Sounds perfect, right? But the problem was in the details. Most nights, I'd reach for a store-bought yogurt-based dressing loaded with hidden sugar. Or I'd make what I thought was a healthy vegetable soup, but with potatoes or carrots to make it thick and hearty. Without realizing it, I was loading my body with carbohydrates every single night. Nothing dramatic, nothing extreme, or so I thought. But to my body, that was a clear signal to shut down fat burning immediately. My body wasn't thinking, "Great, vitamins coming in." It was thinking, "Sugar incoming, stand down fat burning mode, we've got work to do." That's evening eating mistake number one. We get so focused on cutting fat and counting calories that we completely miss the biggest brake on fat loss: insulin. Every time you eat carbohydrates, whether from bread, pasta, fruit, sugary dressings, or starchy vegetables, your body releases the hormone insulin. And insulin has one primary job: to move sugar out of your bloodstream and into your cells. But while insulin is circulating in your blood, it sends a very clear message to your fat cells. Stay locked, you're not needed right now. Your fat-burning process is blocked for hours. So you can eat the healthiest, lowest-calorie dinner imaginable. If it spikes your insulin, you've lost the fat-burning game for the night. You wake up in the morning feeling puffy, frustrated that nothing seems to be changing despite all your effort. Here's where it gets interesting. Let's look at what's actually happening inside your body. Think of your metabolism like a hybrid vehicle. It runs on two energy systems. Either it burns the quick, readily available fuel, sugar from the food you eat, or it switches over to long-range mode and taps into its massive reserve tank, your stored body fat. Biologically, it can't run both systems at the same time. It has to choose one mode. So when you eat that seemingly harmless salad with the wrong dressing, a slice of whole grain toast alongside your eggs, or even just a large glass of juice in the evening, you're filling the tank with fast-burning sugar. Your body, logically, uses that easy fuel first. The problem is, that process takes time. Depending on what and how much you ate, your body can spend 6, 7, even 8 hours processing that sugar and stabilizing blood glucose levels. During all that time, the door to your fat reserves stays firmly locked. Your body doesn't even consider switching into fat-burning mode. Why would it? There's plenty of other fuel available. This is especially critical for people over 40. As we age, our bodies often become more insulin resistant. That means the body has to produce even more insulin to do the same job. The result? Insulin levels stay elevated longer, and fat burning gets blocked even more effectively. You wonder why the diet that worked at 25 isn't doing anything for you now. This is one of the biggest reasons. Your body is in full lockdown mode, triggered by the wrong foods at the wrong time. This is the difference between people who seem to effortlessly get leaner overnight and those who grind away and stay stuck. It's not about the calories. It's about your body's hormonal response to what you eat. The solution to this problem is so simple, and yet so powerful, that I could barely believe it when I started applying it consistently. Instead of giving your body a reason to block fat burning in the evening, you give it exactly the raw materials it needs for overnight recovery and fat metabolism. The winning combination is protein and healthy fats. That's it. That's the whole strategy. My personal evening staple became a bowl of plain cottage cheese or Greek yogurt, but not eaten plain, eaten smart. And for plant-based eaters, a high-protein soy or legume-based alternative works equally well. Why does this make such a fundamental difference? First, pure protein and fat trigger virtually no insulin response. Your blood sugar stays stable. There's no hormone telling your fat cells to lock the gates. The door to fat burning stays wide open. Second, your body receives a steady supply of amino acids from the protein, especially from the slow-digesting casein in cottage cheese, delivered gradually over many hours. That matters enormously because nighttime is when the body's most important repair processes take place. Your muscles are rebuilding and recovering. If you're in a calorie deficit and trying to lose weight, the last thing you want is for your body to start breaking down hard-earned muscle tissue overnight just to find energy. Less muscle means a slower metabolism, a vicious cycle. With an evening protein serving, you protect your muscle while directing your body to draw from fat reserves instead. Picture feeding your muscles their overnight supply and telling the rest of your body, now go ahead and help yourself to the hips, the belly, the thighs. That's exactly what happens. And the best part? You actually feel satisfied and full. No late-night cravings, no stomach growling that drives you back to the kitchen. Your body has everything it needs and can focus entirely on its most important overnight task, burning fat. Now here's the critical piece that separates "it kind of works" from "this changes everything." It's timing. Even the perfect meal loses its power if you eat it at the wrong time. And this is the mistake almost everyone makes. The golden rule: eat your protein-rich evening meal roughly 2 hours before bed. Not right before you lie down, and not at 6 p.m. if you don't go to sleep until midnight. Why do those 2 hours matter so much? Your body needs that window to move through the first phase of digestion, so your stomach has quieted down by the time you're horizontal. This protects deep, restorative sleep. Eat too late, and your digestive system is still running at full speed and will disrupt your sleep quality. Eat too early, and you risk getting hungry again before bed. But there's a second timing rule that's even more important. In the 3 to 4 hours before this protein meal, you should avoid anything that raises your insulin. No quick apple as a snack, no handful of crackers, no sweetened latte. Any of those would reignite your insulin response and cancel out the benefit of your smart evening meal, flipping the switch back to sugar burning right before you were about to shift into fat burning mode. My own experience confirms this clearly and consistently. The nights I had my cottage cheese snack around 10 p.m. and went to bed around midnight were reliably my best results. I'd wake up genuinely refreshed, and the scale would actually show a lower number. That wasn't water weight. That was real overnight fat burning. This one intentional evening choice determines the success of your entire night. Here's a concrete plan you can try tonight. Use it as your starting point and adjust it to fit your own preferences. The base: 8 to 9 ounces of plain, low-fat cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. For a plant-based option, try a high-protein soy or pea-based alternative. This is the ideal amount to keep you satisfied and deliver a strong protein supply. Now for the upgrades that make it even more effective. Upgrade 1. Healthy fats. Add a tablespoon of ground flaxseed, chia seeds, or a small handful of walnuts. These deliver valuable omega-3 fatty acids, slow digestion even further, and create impressive staying power. Upgrade 2. Flavor without sugar. If you prefer something sweet, add a few drops of sugar-free flavor drops, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or a splash of pure vanilla extract. Cinnamon has the added benefit of helping stabilize blood sugar on its own. If you prefer savory, stir in fresh herbs, a pinch of salt, and black pepper. It tastes great. The secret weapon for staying full: 1 teaspoon of psyllium husk powder. It expands in your stomach and creates a powerful sense of fullness with essentially 0 calories. Remember, you're not starving yourself. You're giving your body exactly what it needs, precisely when it needs it. You'll feel the results not just on the scale, but also the next morning. You'll wake up without desperate hunger because your blood sugar stayed steady all night. You'll start your day calm and energized, with the deep satisfaction of knowing your body was working for you while you slept. Forget all the complicated rules about evening eating. It really comes down to just 2 things: the right combination of protein and fat at the right time. That's all you need to know to turn your body into a fat-burning machine every single night. If you're wondering why this isn't more widely talked about, you're not alone. Most diet programs focus only on calories or eliminate entire food groups outright. But the real power lies in understanding your hormones. Try it tonight, just for 1 night. Your scale and your mirror will give you the answer tomorrow morning. And nighttime fat burning is only the first step. If you want to ignite that turbo effect first thing in the morning, you'll want to know how to turn your morning coffee into a genuine fat-burning tool. I'll show you exactly how in the next video.